Good afternoon, guys. Today I'm talking about divorce. Or I guess it could be applied to somebody that just went through a breakup as well. A long-term breakup that completely disrupts your entire life, like divorce does. Um, I want to share my experience and hopefully help somebody who's going through the same thing. When you've been with somebody for I would guess at least 2 years. Your whole life has been built around that person. Your everything you think about doing on the weekends, after work, you're always thinking about the two of you. And when you're suddenly not together anymore, you're you don't it's like you don't know who you are anymore. You're lost, and you have to reinvent yourself. And for me, in my situation, my divorce was like the best thing that ever happened to me because I was married to someone who was abusive. But for other people, it can be a supremely sad situation, especially if they didn't agree to the divorce. And of course, there's going to be time that you grieve. You grieve what you had. You grieve the life that you had that is no longer. And you grieve the future, the potential that you would have had together with that person that you now suddenly don't have anymore. But after you feel those feelings and feel that grief, how do you rebound from it? Well, how I rebounded was I pictured my life like a blank canvas and that I was going to paint a brand new me, a brand new life for myself. And I started thinking back to when I was a child, what made me happy? How did I envision myself before this person was in my life? What were my goals back then? And then skip forward to today, now that I'm such and such age, what are my goals now? And what would I like to see myself on the other side of this divorce? And for me, it was one of the funnest experiences ever to reinvent myself. One, got my name back, and that felt amazing. And then two, what kind of girl do I want to be physically? How do I want to look physically? How do I want to feel emotionally? What kind of lifestyle do I want? Do I want to live in the country? Do I want to have a horse again? And that's actually what I did. I moved out of the city. Well, after traveling a little bit, I went to China and Argentina and Italy all by myself, and I explored and I got to know myself. I found that I could trust myself and that I was brave and courageous, and I didn't need a man in my life anymore. Yes, of course, I'm not trying to be like a man hater. It's wonderful to have a partner if they're actually a partner. But if they're an abusive jerk, yay, cut that string loose and realize you don't need that attachment anymore. Do some confidence building activities in yourself so that you know you can go camping by yourself. You can go hiking. You can fix a car by yourself. You can do your own oil changes or hire it out. You can shovel your own snow. You can, just on and on. You can make your own repairs. You can make friends with people that know how to do those things and barter and trade. You don't need that jerk in your life anymore. And it's such a liberating feeling when you realize that you can make that clean cut, no longer think that it's worth having that person around. Even as a friend, depending on the situation, some people are friends after their divorces. Yeah, if you choose to have an amicable relationship, I think that's great. But it's if you choose it, not if you feel like you need it because, oh, what if my car breaks down? Who would I call? No, you're going to build your new life. Paint that canvas. Do you want to be surrounded by people that have the same interests as you? People that will support you, people that you can call in the middle of the night if you did break down instead of having to call your ex. And so, first, get out a blank canvas, a journal, draw and picture in your mind who you want to be on every single level, who you used to be pre that person, and who you are today without that person, and who you see yourself being in the future. And then try to get as vivid detail as possible and let your mind run wild. This is your own life reinvention, and it can be a beautiful, wonderful time. And so don't stay in the mires. Don't stay sad. Give yourself a little time, sure, to get used to this neutral zone, but then move forward. Lean into your new life. It's going to be so fun, you guys. For me, it was amazing. I moved out of the city after I traveled, and I went back to the country, and I got my horse, and I got a truck, and I got some dogs, and a cat, and I recreated my own life. The life that I knew myself as when I was a teenager, living in the country, being an active outdoor country girl. And so for me, that made me feel very fulfilled. And then I continued traveling as I could. And I'm at another phase of my life where I'm reinventing and recreating again. So it's not like it's a one and done process, but especially after a divorce or a long-term relationship has failed, don't feel remorseful and guilty over it. Let yourself let yourself be sad, but lean into that future you, and have fun with it, because your life is waiting for you on the other side. Thanks, guys.